Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they've spent years training the wrong part of their mind. And the frightening part is, they don't realize it until life puts them under pressure. Have you ever wondered why some people remain calm when everything is falling apart, while others crumble under the slightest setback? Why do some people keep moving forward despite rejection, criticism, and failure, while others stay trapped in the same cycle for years? The answer has less to do with talent than most people think. It has everything to do with the way the mind has been trained. Most people spend their lives trying to control the world around them. They want better circumstances, better opportunities, better timing, and better people. But Stoic wisdom teaches a completely different lesson. The quality of your life is determined less by what happens to you and more by the meaning your mind assigns to what happens. Two people can face the same obstacle. One sees proof that they are incapable. The other sees an opportunity to grow stronger. The situation is identical. The interpretation is not. This is where most people unknowingly surrender their power. They believe every thought that enters their mind. They treat every fear as a warning. They obey every emotion as if it were an order. But what if the voice inside your head isn't always telling the truth? Think about how many opportunities have been lost because of a single thought. What if I fail? What if they judge me? What if I'm not good enough? A thought appears for a few seconds, yet it can influence decisions for years. The Stoics understood something that many people still struggle to understand today. Thoughts are visitors, not commands. Just because a thought enters your mind doesn't mean it deserves your trust. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius wrote that the mind becomes colored by the quality of its thoughts. He didn't mean it as inspiration. He meant it as a warning. Because the thoughts you repeatedly entertain eventually become the person you are. Imagine inviting every stranger you meet into your home. Some would offer wisdom, others would create chaos. Yet this is exactly what many people do mentally. Every doubt is welcomed. Every fear is entertained. Every insecurity is given authority. An unstoppable mind learns to question its thoughts before obeying them. And that single habit changes everything. Most people think self-control means suppressing emotions. It doesn't. Self-control means refusing to let emotions make your decisions. You can feel anger without becoming aggressive. You can feel fear without running away. You can feel anxiety without surrendering your future. That ability creates a level of strength that most people never develop. Imagine someone insults you. The average reaction is immediate. Anger rises. Ego takes over. A response follows. Hours later, regret appears. The Stoic reaction is different, not because the insult hurts less, but because the person understands that another person's behavior does not deserve control over their own. That pause between feeling and reacting is where true power lives. And in a world filled with impulsive reactions, that power becomes rare. While others are reacting, you're thinking. While others are panicking, you're observing. While others are losing control, you're maintaining it. And people notice. Many people spend years chasing respect, believing they must impress others to earn it. They seek validation, approval, and recognition. Yet genuine respect rarely comes from trying to be admired. It comes from emotional stability. People trust those who remain grounded when life becomes chaotic. Some people spend decades trying to earn respect from people who have already decided not to give it. They sacrifice their peace, their authenticity, and sometimes even their identity. The Stoic response is simple. Stop seeking approval from people who were never qualified to judge you. Another lesson from Stoic wisdom is understanding the difference between what you can control and what you cannot. You cannot control whether people like you. You cannot control the past. You cannot control every outcome. You cannot control what others think about you. Yet countless people waste enormous amounts of energy trying. The result is frustration, anxiety, and disappointment. The Stoics taught that your focus belongs only on what is truly yours, your actions, your effort, your attitude, and your response. The moment you stop fighting reality, you regain your energy, and energy directed toward the right things becomes momentum. This is why so many people remain stuck. They wait for certainty before acting. They wait for confidence before starting. They wait for motivation before committing. And while they wait, life moves on. Many people spend years waiting to feel confident before they act. But confidence is not the cause of action. It's the result of action. The person you admire today wasn't born fearless. They simply collected enough evidence to stop doubting themselves. Every promise you keep to yourself becomes evidence. Every difficult conversation you face becomes evidence. Every challenge you endure becomes evidence. Slowly, your mind begins to trust you. And self-trust is far more powerful than temporary motivation, because motivation disappears, feelings change, circumstances shift, but self-trust remains. Over time, something remarkable begins to happen. The situations that once controlled you lose their power. Criticism hurts less. Rejection feels less personal. Failure becomes less frightening, not because life became easier, but because your perspective became stronger. You stop seeing obstacles as proof of weakness. You start seeing them as opportunities to practice resilience. You stop expecting comfort to create growth. You understand that growth often begins where comfort ends. An unstoppable mind is not built during moments of victory. It is built in ordinary moments when nobody is watching. When you choose discipline over excuses, patience over reaction, responsibility over blame, growth over comfort. One day, you'll realize that the greatest battle of your life was never against failure, rejection, bad luck, or difficult people. It was against the voice inside your head that told you to quit, to doubt yourself, to stay comfortable, and to play small. And the moment that voice stops controlling your decisions, something extraordinary happens. You become dangerous to every obstacle that once intimidated you, not because the world changed, not because life became easier, but because your mind finally became the one thing your circumstances could never break.